Prowess, courage and supreme skill. To succeed at Bathurst, the desire to win must be greater than the fear of losing. This is the 2020 Supercheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Great start by McLaughlin, who drops into position over Davison. McLaughlin holds sway as they make their run up Mountain Straight for the first time, and somebody had trouble on the grid.
They did. You can see the flags there. It looked like they were going to stall. I couldn't quite pick who it was, but a very nice getaway for Scott McLaughlin. He's just weaving it now as he comes up the hill to get some tyre temperature. This is a really difficult corner on the opening lap because you arrive so fast, the tyres are cold, and you've got to give it a healthy level of respect.
Nice conditions out there at the moment, Mark. The temperature's 16 degrees. It's a light breeze from the southwest as we make the cold tyre run through turn 3, the blind approach into the cutting. We've seen people make dives on the inside here in years gone by, and it typically ends poorly in the opening lap. McLaughlin's got a margin at the moment. It's 1/3 of a second over Will Davison. Anton Di Pasquale in third. Tander's got away nicely in car 97 for Red Bull, followed by Courtney, Luff, Caruso, Lowndes, Randall. And then we've got Dean Fiore in position number 10. These fellas are in position 16 and 17 in the race at the moment. And there it is. I mean, he'll end up with a mechanical black flag. They'll have to bring that in and address it.
This is a cruel game, really. This is such a cruel sport.
And the confirmation from Motorsport Australia, race control, that the mechanical black flag is now being shown to car number 3. So Macaulay Jones is going to have to bring that car in. Vulnerable.
A 15-second time penalty to be carried out at its next pit stop. That's car 3, for failure to comply with the black flag regulations.
He's not far away from being a shot duck here at the moment. So Craig's just going to poke it up the inside at turn 1, and now he's done that.
Is it a yes or a no? That's a no.
That was a no.
So it's not a hydraulic issue, so you have to be able to determine what the problem is, and that...
So he's starting it in gear,
yeah,
and he's going to try and wind it and fire it in gear. You're not allowed to push it.
Okay, guys, green in the garage.
Oh, it actually fired then too, and it's not kicking.
Oh, that's pretty much the same manoeuvre that Tander tried to put on when Tander got down there, no problem. But does he let Jamie go by? Yes, he... Oh, no, he doesn't! Whitcomb has made a massive mistake. They're out. That's over and out for car 888.
Brody got a pretty ordinary run out of there, and Jamie would have been hoping to be able to step down in front of him. It's just too wide. He just carried too much pace. He was clear of him. He'll look at that when he gets home. This is... Sixth gear, moves it to the inside, but this is also makes that radius of the corner really tight and difficult to deal with. And they're side by side through the chase, so this can end very poorly. He gets away with it. Where's the other cars around them? He's gone off, Brody Kostecki. So under pressure, he's made a mistake. He's got to make a very cautious rejoin. He gets away with it, but he covers down the inside on Lee Holdsworth.
That's out of order.
We've got a problem. And this is car number 14 on screen here. Jordan Boys making his debut, and there's damage on the front of the car, damage on the back of the car. He's rotated it through the final corner, and he's whacked the wall. Fabian Coulthard's also in here as well, in car number 12 for Shell V-Power Racing. Why is it so far up pit straight? He's actually gone up into the runoff area, up into turn 1, so he hasn't been able to go far enough up there at the moment to be able to take it out of harm's way. So if it stays where it is,
safety car boards and
there you go, on cue in the background, safety car boards and flags being displayed. KO safety car on standby. There it is in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. He's done it on his own. So he's picked it up on the curb, grabbed the throttle, it's rotated to the inside, whacked both the front and the rear of the car. A lot of damage, unfortunately, for the Cub Cadet entry. Oh, he sent it up too far on the curb there. So he's been waved by. Car 15's been told by race control he's now eligible to pass.
And he's now the pioneer. It's wet. He's now the pioneer. Oh, there you go.
No grip at all down there with a cold, slick tyre. There'll be trouble on this lap, almost guaranteed. So we've got car number 7, Dylan O'Keefe, coming in, and he's going to, I presume, have a look for tyres. So there are two schools of thought here. You either press on and try and get some warmth in your tyres and try and make the most of a difficult situation, or you get onto another tyre and then go crazy on a wet and try and make some gain. Oh, and have a look at this down the inside. Van Gisbergen does it. That's one of his moves here. He's very good at it, and he's made ground. So McLaughlin looks like he's got a bit of a battle on his hands. Shane Van Gisbergen relishes these conditions. He's moved up into second position. Mark Dutton's in the centre there, team manager, Red Bull Holden Racing Team. David Couchy closest to camera. He's the engineer typically for the 888 car, but he's got his eyes now on the car number 97, helping Grant McPherson, and this is a change for the lead.
And there was a little fire when the car was being repaired. There's Adrian Burgess, the head of motorsport for Supercars in the background. Campbell Little.
Why is the question?
What's going on there?
What's up? What's happened? Do we need to turn it off, or do we need to turn it off? Turn it off, turn it off.
Okay, so they've got a drama. So I wonder why it was in at this point. They must have seen something on the telemetry that had them concerned. Looks like he's stayed in the car for the time being, and that's 3 of their 4 cars in strife today. And he can't hear, so Michael's blowing up about not hearing any comms. He's pumping the pedal after the brake change. Car number 4, Jack Smith's gone off in that awkward spot on the outside. It couldn't be worse.
What do you do?
Now, what do you do?
Yeah.
That could not be worse for Slade. Oh my goodness, these are team cars, so I hope there's not contact. Oh, there is. There's contact between the 2 Brad Jones racing cars, and it's Macaulay Jones showing in the car now, but I'm not sure whether it was Macca in the car at the time.
Is what's going to happen for Scott McLaughlin. Now there's Cam Waters straight down the inside of Slade. He's about to be attacked by Mostert also, so it's not quite a fair fight at the moment.
Black flag and a pit lane drive-through penalty for car 3, so Macaulay Jones for that move on Jack Smith. Troubles now for car number 40, unfortunately. Jaden Ojeda limping back into the pit lane with a lot of damage on the front left corner of that car. And now we understand a bit more as to why that may be the case. Oh, he caught the curb. Okay.
No, it's broken the left-hand front there, and that's why it fired it out there. So Moffat's doing a really good job with his pace. Is he down there? Nice job. Nice move.
So Tim is effectively the driver assist for this. He helps buckle him up, puts the safety net in place and clears the area.
Fresh tyres.
Fresh tyres on for Scott McLaughlin to go and make some lap speed. This car at the bottom's been quick all weekend, but they had to chase 97, and they've come out in almost identical positioning to the way in which they went in. But 97 has become a very racing car. Fabian, he almost actually shot the thing into the wall as he gassed it up and released the limiter. And you've got McLaughlin right there. So the 2 Shell V-Power racing cars are right together. And McLaughlin gets in under him on the draft. So the order at the moment is Van Gisbergen, Waters, Mostert, Coulthard, McLaughlin about to to be able to pass his teammate.
I think Chad, Larko and I all heard the same thing the last time by, boys, and I've just come in and spoken to Al McVeigh, and he said, yeah, we've looked at the engine laptop that we have at the back of the garage, and we're definitely on 7 cylinders, so it's a case of they're just going to drive it to the end and see how far they get. Yeah, I just quizzed Brad Washus on about why they pulled Jack LeBrock out of that car, and Jack actually got out, took his helmet off, and he's gone to the bathroom, guys. He's had a helmet air issue, and his helmet has been filling up with a whole heap of fumes, and I believe he's incredibly nauseous and potentially dealing with that in the bathroom at the moment.
Okay, thanks for the update, Andrew. That explains a little bit why Jack was battling out there as well. So they used a lot of that fuel flexibility to their advantage. And Waters arrives like a maniac in the background, trying to stay in touch. Now there's a 3-second margin on entry. Let's check it on exit. So a little trauma in the right front. There goes the tear off on Waters' car. Oh, does the Shell car play a role in this? No, they get out cleanly. There is nothing between them now for the final stint of the race. Van Gisbergen heads off on what could become his first victory at Mount Panorama. Waters is going to shadow him. This is going to be a ripping final race of the day. They have bought the ticket to the final race.
That's not 3 seconds.
Not anymore. I'll tell you what it is. It's 0.6 of a second. Most of that was made on pit lane entry.
Absolutely. Darwin and Townsville. Here we go. It's a safety car.
Here we go.
Safety car at the end. Can you believe it?
Oh, look at Mike Dutton's reaction. So Jack Smith has gone into the gravel.
Safety car boards and flags.
On the race management channel, they've lit up the word that the safety car will be deployed. We've got trouble here also for car number 2 late in the game. Bryce Forward has put some
So
damage
sorry,
on the
I
Mobil
just
1
crashed
Middy's
the
entry.
elbow.
And here's why. Pinched the brake at the bottom of the chase, and it's gone in at very high speed. It's actually plucked the tyre off the rim in the process.
And then can't steer it. So he's trying to modulate the brake pedal. He can't do it. It's now understeering directly into the fence. And he almost, well, he does. He actually misses slightly the right-hand fence, but now he can't get it turned at all, and he's going into the left-hand barrier. Right there.
Oh, and that's really substantial damage late in the game. What a drama. Oh, more trouble now. So we've got a drama for Goddard, who's plucked the right front out of that car. And where's this thing going to land?
Safety car boards and flags,
Safety car is being deployed because we've seen so many cars go through there so far this weekend. Concrete wall there at that sort of pace. Look at the lock that he's got on. He knows what's going to happen. It's understeered into the wall and crunch. How much stalking is Waters doing?
There you go.
He's all over him. He is literally on the rear bumper of that thing. He left his signature on it, and away goes Shane. We've got green flags down to the final corner. They've got to pull them up accurately. They've got to grab the throttles neatly and nicely right here as we go racing probably for the final time this weekend at Mount Panorama. Shane Van Gisbergen has got control of this motor race. He's put together a beautiful drive today. Cam Waters in second place. What a performance. Lines it up through Forest Elbow. Remember the start of the weekend? That's where it all went sideways for him with Tim Slade early in the day. But now the last sequence of gear changes. And stop and consider this, Mark. He was the runner-up here in 2016. He missed out by 1/10 of a second. He was the runner-up here last year. He missed out by 7/10 of a second. But more telling was in 2014. He had this thing by the throat and it got away from him. He should have won on that occasion, but he's going to do it today. He makes the run down to the final corner, and Shane Van Gisbergen is about to put his foot on the brake for the very last time and line it up to the checkered flag. The 31-year-old Kiwi is the master of Bathurst, and Shane Van Gisbergen takes victory at Mount Panorama.
You're the first to see it. Awesome
Incredible. Incredible. Garth Vanderveer, Jeremy Moore,
Brandon a whole lap here. You can do 20 years after elbow. Sorry, after straight gate.
Of Red Bull Holden Racing Team and Triple Eight Racing have just succeeded. And for Holden, in their final year with the brand being retired from Australia, have won Australia's biggest motor race. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
4 victories.
That's a massive effort. Those laps.
Number 4 is sweet.
Awesome.
First one, though, for Shane Van Gisbergen. A beautiful drive today for Cam Waters. On the last lap of the race, Coulthard and McLaughlin did their fastest laps today. 5.9 for Fabian, 6 flat for McLaughlin. They came home in 4th and 5th, but there's your podium. Chaz Mostert gets on the podium again. Warren Luff gets on the podium again, and well done to Will Davison. He does it again. What an outstanding motor race and a beautiful drive today. We'll check out these results for you. So, Shane Van Gisbergen and Garth Tander, a first victory for Shane, a 4th for Garth Tander. For Cam Waters, the 2nd place. First time on the podium for him. For Will Davison, he's been up there before. Great drive for those guys. They miss out by just 0.8 of a second. It keeps alive that thing that we talk about every year. So now it becomes 10 of the last 15 have been determined by less than 1 second. Looking further afield, Heimgartner and O'Keefe, Davison, Webb, Jones, Blanchard. Nice recovery for Macaulay Jones and Tim Blanchard from the troubles they had at the top of the day. LeBrock and Moffat, Reynolds and Brown, Pither Owen, Kelly Wood. They will be classified with 144 laps, so they needed more than 121 to do that, so they've done it, and that was good recovery given the clutch troubles that they had.